Well, welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, and I'm so happy to have somebody to talk to because we all know for the last month, Amy's been on hiatus in a foreign country somewhere, searching for love or whatever it is they do on those game shows, Survivor. So if you want to see Amy, you got to go on Survivor. She's living on an island, and really she isn't, but I know some of you would have believed it. But Caitlin Osborne, it's crazy that you even have time to stop by here.
Finally slowing down.
Finally slowing down.
Finally.
And when I tell you this lady is superwoman when it comes to racing, I don't know if there's anybody in our part of the country that hit and saw more races than you this year.
I don't think so. I think my only competition was Dan Collins, and I guess I lost him back in the fall.
You lost him in the fall.
Yep.
And if it was close between you and Dan Collins, going to the amount of races, I guarantee you remembered more races than Dan Collins.
Probably.
You know? And wow. And for you people that are saying, geez, I've never seen her, I don't. Well, you probably don't see her because she looks like this. Because she literally filmed at over 100 events this year.
103.
And a lot of the highlights and footage that you've seen all over New England this year, and some of the races and events that like we never have had time to do for in the past, you did this year and allowed us to make it a part of Mainly Motorsports. But how crazy is it to, like, every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Saturday during the day, Saturday night somewhere. I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It takes a lot of time. I don't know where the summer went. We started back in January was our first race. We went to the ice racing, and I don't know. I set a goal. I think I set a goal by May that I wanted to hit 100 races, and I've exceeded it just to make sure that I did it.
Well, and we're going to talk to a couple of the compadres that travel with you, like the three amigos, and that they got to be as close to 100. I mean, they were probably...
They're a few behind me.
But they
one's 6 behind me, one's 8 behind me.
Yeah,
They're not going to want... My gauge will hit 100 our last race of the year this year.
Well, they'll probably, and I guess if I could find a flag in here, I bet we could find a flag in here. If they race down the hall out of this place, can we call it a race that they were at? But you're here too, so they don't gain
I don't know,
ground.
could we?
Yeah, but, obviously you must come from, and that's what I want to find. Where'd Caitlin Osborne come from? I mean, you just drop out of the moon like Mork and Mindy and then show up. What's the history that makes you a race fan? Because you got to be a race fan to be able to do this.
I grew up at the races. I have been to the races since I was less than a year old, maybe a few months old. I was in my first race. My mother's raced, my father's raced, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, everybody in my family has raced at one point or another, and I don't know. I loved it. I loved it from the very beginning, and now my son loves it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
No, and we're going to talk more to him later, and who knows what we'll get out of him as we're talking. But to see mother and son and, enjoy something together. And because it's tough, because let's face it, he's a boy, you're a woman.
Yep.
So a lot of times, they're always saying, we have this conversation, me and Debbie, well, there's nothing like a bond between a mother and a son.
Seriously, there isn't.
Well, I get it, because I have a mother, but we had a lot of interest, and I tell people all the time, she did a lot, she was the back door deal when I didn't have tire money to race, or I needed to buy a new car and wanted somebody to co-sign the loan.
Yeah.
It was mom that was doing that, you know what I mean? So, but to see you engaged together, since he was a little fella, and still young, he's 14, but he doesn't look it. I mean, he's like a solid man. And
yes.
But that's got to be, when you have those times to reflect, and you're driving down the road, and he's maybe asleep next to you or something.
Yeah. I'm going to be forever grateful for all of these events that we've been able to do. I mean, we've been able to go to the Daytona 500, and we went to Richmond last year, and we're going to New Jersey, Thanksgiving weekend. I'm so glad I get to do that with him.
No, and let's face it, as he gets older, and, it might never wane, but it might not always be, hey, I'm going to the race with my mom. I'm going to, gonna have some friends here.
That's going to be a sad day.
Yeah,
That's going to be a really sad day.
Yeah, no, it is. But let's take it and run with it while we can. And I mean, every week you're basically, bouncing between Lee and Bartlett on Friday, Star on Saturday, Hudson, the Thursday Thunder, or you were at Beech Ridge and going to some Oxford
I didn't miss
things.
one of those. That was probably my favorite night of racing that I went to this year.
Really?
Every Thursday night at Beech Ridge was awesome racing every night.
Yeah.
It was never a boring night. You can't beat it.
No, for
You
the
can't.
for the price, and it's a
Yeah.
good introduction
It
to
is.
racing. But and then traveling to Bartlett on Friday nights,
Yep.
and see there's adults over there racing, but the kids, and that's the innocent side of it. And when we were talking before we went on air, and they asked me and Steve why I like this, and I talk about watching these kids that were 4 and 5 years old now racing super late models, and
We watched the two Avery girls grow up, and
Right
it's,
in front of
it's
you,
so awesome to see them growing more, each year. That's why we go to Bartlett every week. We love watching Allie and Larissa Avery.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why we started going there. Yeah.
It's huge, and
Yeah.
and this sport, and we talk about it all the time. It can humble you, and it can make you hate. I don't want to say hate life, but it can hate everything about this part of your life. But then there's that one special moment that you're capturing and somebody's first ever win.
Yep.
That now they have a lifetime memory that they normally wouldn't have had.
Yep. I officially know how that feels.
Yeah.
Getting my first win.
First
this
win,
year.
yeah. Now we just got to teach her which camera to look at when they're taking pictures, because you were looking at every. And
I'm not used to it. Give me a break. That was my first one.
And I talked about it, and I remember showing it to Debbie and showing it to a couple other people. I said, "How cool is this moment?" I said, I was like, "Oh, I said, no, I'm going to explain something. That lady, I think that's her first ever win in her car, because she don't race ever,
Nope.
But I said, she's going under the checkered flag that her son is waving, and it ain't just a novelty thing like, oh, come up here and wave the flag for mommy.
Yep.
This kid works
I
the
can't even
flags, and
explain the feeling
I mean,
that
yeah.
gave me. That was like the best moment. Nothing's going to top that moment.
No, and
Nothing will ever top that
there
moment.
wasn't a big check that came with it. There was, there's a
I could
trophy.
care less. I didn't even know I was getting paid at the end.
Oh, you got paid?
Yeah, I didn't even know that until the
Jesus.
end.
Did you split it with the flagman?
I did not. He got the trophy. I haven't even seen the trophy.
You haven't
since.
seen the trophy?
No, it's in his
But-
bedroom. He's
no,
claimed
so,
it.
And so, not that you take that stuff for granted, but you've seen other moments like that, and you've filmed it, and might not realize that how big a deal it is to somebody.
Nope, I had
and
no
now
idea.
you got to experience that.
Yep.
No, that's great. But we're going to take a break, show some commercials. When we come back, I want to talk more with Caitlin and talk about another big night this year that happened over the Star. And I want to ask her how she is able to tape when something's going on that is so close and dear to her heart happening, So we'll take a break and we'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
I'm Melinda. My husband Steve and I operate E-Keys for Cars in Saco. E-Keys is family owned with over 20 years in the car key business. Need an extra key? We promise to provide the best quality at a good price. Walk-ins are always welcome with no appointment ever needed. You'll be in and out in minutes. And yes, E-Keys still handles emergencies. But why wait? E-Keys for Cars, Route 1 on the Auto Mile in Saco.
E-Keys for cars.
Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road. Wiscasset is celebrating 50 years as the fastest track in the state of Maine. Join us for great events all season long, like the Coastal 200 and the Boss Hog 150, plus visits from NEMA, the 350, Smack Supermods, Nell Car Legends, and more. For complete details, go to WiscassetSpeedway.com or find us and like us on Facebook. Wiscasset Speedway, celebrating 50 years as Maine's biggest and fastest.
All right, we're back here with Caitlin Osborne, and I told her she's doing a great job. She doesn't believe me, but I mean, you will hear it, people will see it, and they'll say, wow, you do a good job.
We'll see.
But it's good to have somebody in the seat, good to have a female back that wants to sit next to me. I put on extra deodorant, make sure we're good. But we talk about all the filming and stuff, but I want to know, the night your brother won his 350 Super Race at Star, and he's racing, a car that's competitive and comparative to what's there, but the behind-the-scenes budget is not there, what's there with some of those other teams.
No.
So
No.
to roll into victory lane,
Yeah. That
big
wasn't
night.
his first win. That was, I believe, his third win in a Super, second at Star. But that was the first with Rob Wilcox.
Yep.
And after the year they built a whole new car in like a month's time just to come back for the Wiscasset race, actually.
Yeah.
And nothing but bad luck. Every single other race he's had pretty much has been something breaks or it's not handling or it's something. The night he won, the car was really good. He was good the weekend before up at Speedway 51, so we were hoping for the best.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us got excited until he took the 2 to go because there were cautions.
You
we were
always
nervous
wait,
about
yeah.
the cautions. We were holding our breaths. When I saw the white flag, I lost it. Like I was a sister then behind the camera.
So
got
that's what I'm
shaky
wondering.
and
When
I
you're
yelled.
filming, how do you?
I yelled.
Yeah, you know
that was
what
the
I mean?
first time
'Cause-
I've ever yelled in a
Yeah, because
camera.
before when he was racing and winning, you're just a sister that's a race fan.
Yes.
Go,
the mini
go,
stocks
go.
I can handle, like, I'm silently cheering, but that was just so exciting for everybody. There had to have been 50 people down in Victory Lane that night. Like, just because they know what a great guy Bob Wilcox is, what a great guy Billy is, and they just wanted that for them. And all the great competition he had out there that night. I mean, champions, people that have won more times than we can count,
Yeah, and that class over the last couple of years is really
so competitive,
Yeah, so
and
when you,
it's built up. Yeah.
when you win any race, it's special and it's
Yeah.
hard because you had to make a perfect race. But when you beat a 20-car field of
Yes.
past champions, multi-time race winners,
Yep.
I don't want to call them unlimited budgets, but guys that have whatever they
Yeah,
need
they were doing it
whenever
on
they
their
need
own.
it.
They didn't have any sponsor help. They had friends that would buy them tires here and there, but they were putting all their money into that car themselves.
No.
So we celebrated Victory Lane that night, and then he drove off the track, and he actually broke.
Really?
So last corner, last lap, anything could have happened.
No,
and that's why we don't get excited before the checkered flag waves.
No, you can't. So you got a few more. What do you got left in this year?
We just have Wall, New Jersey now.
Yep.
We're going down there for Turkey Derby Friday, Saturday, and Sunday Thanksgiving weekend. That'll be our last.
That'll be it.
Yep.
Now
And it all starts over again January 4th.
What's that?
The Oxford Snow Race.
The Oxford Snow Race. That's right. I was talking to Stephanie Shaw about that this week, and we were talking about it. I'm like, I'm so glad they didn't schedule it against the Augusta show, which is the week after.
Yeah.
But yeah, no rest for the weary. So 2020, you're going to do the same thing?
No.
You're backing
I'm
up.
not setting any goals.
Any
Things are
goals.
going to change.
But you're still going to,
Yes, I'm still going to record, but there'll be changes. There'll be changes.
try to enjoy a little bit more of it.
Yes. I went to Seekonk yesterday for the Nutcracker, and we watched pretty much all the races. I recorded my, the Hudson regulars that I always record down there, because we all went down there as a group pretty much, the outsiders. But
The outsiders.
I enjoyed just watching them. It was nice to just sit there with my friends and watch a race, so.
No, that's pretty cool, and an amazing feat though to go to and film 103 events. I mean, there's only
17,700 laps of recorded laps.
Really, yeah, because a lot of times you'll do heats, features, time.
Yep.
All of it. So what's the favorite events that you go to and film? What's
my favorite events to film? I love the street stocks at Star. That class never gets boring or old, and I can't believe the car counts this year. what a great competition.
Oh yeah. And everybody wants to knock Albie off, and Albie takes them all on. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. That was probably the most fun. Like the street stock showdown was good. Street stock nationals.
Yep. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, and it's what's funny is it doesn't matter to you though if it's the 30-car street stock nationals or a 6-car 6-shooter race. You're filming and
Yep.
And I know there's a lot of people out there, including myself, that are really appreciative of the time and effort you put in. Because
I appreciate all your compliments and you using all the footage.
It's allowed us to show things that we wouldn't be able to do because I'm one guy and I can't be everywhere.
No.
But then it also, in a very big way, and I know they all know it and appreciate it, the tracks, putting it out there, because when somebody shares something that you do on their Facebook page or their social media link,
Yeah.
somebody that's never been to Hudson or Star or Lee or Bartlett or Thursday Thunder or wherever is going to get a chance to see it.
There are
because
so
of
many
that.
people that message me all the time, or even on YouTube, they write comments, where is this? This looks awesome. It's getting all these tracks out there, it's 27 tracks I've been to this year, and I think I've recorded at least one thing at each of them, that's
27 different tracks.
27 different tracks.
Can you name them in alphabetical order?
No.
If you could, I was going to give you a big
I've
prize.
kept track from day one, and that's it.
Yeah, we got numbers. We count numbers, but we don't do the alphabet.
No.
But yeah, no, that's amazing. So, and it's been great. You've had your son by your side.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about another guy that's been by your side in it all and just almost as busy as you. And you don't see him. He's underneath the headset, and he's usually got some stupid-looking hat on. One night I had him wear something that looked pretty good on him, but then he went back to the stupid-looking hat with a B on it. And but that's a guy that, I'm sure it was fun when he thought about going to start being a flagman at 3 tracks. But, at the end of the day and at the end of the weekend, yeah, Friday comes quick,
Yep.
and then Monday comes even quicker. So
It does.
we're going to take a break, and we're going to talk to the guy that got tennis elbow from the 2019 season.
Just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season? Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and no, this isn't Caitlin's husband, even though they're together 97 times a year, right? 96, 95, I don't know. But,
what am I, 96, I believe.
96 races.
96 races this year.
How many of them were you in the flag stand for?
Oh, well, I couldn't even tell you that, but I know it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all season.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I really do.
No, and you know what's funny is, I go to a lot of those races, not all of them, but, seeing you in May and then seeing you in September, still the same vibes, the same, enjoying your job.
I love it. I do. It's just the people have really made it. I get to see my friends, and it's during the off season. I have a tough time. It's like, oh, I miss all those guys. I do. I miss. It's all like a big family, and everyone's there to help each other out. It's awesome. It's awesome.
No, and let's face it, you're working for 3 different groups.
Yeah.
That all have the best interests of racing in their mind.
Oh, absolutely.
The Wrens with Joe over there at Lee.
Yep.
Bobby at Star.
Yep.
And then Ben and Steve at Hudson.
Yep.
So a lot of fun between all 3 groups.
I love it. I just it's I don't know what it is, but I come alive when it's race time. Those race cars going underneath me, just the smell. It's let's go, baby. I'm ready. I'm getting myself excited here. Let's go. Let's get the flags going.
I feel like I'm at a WWD thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to get body slammed through the table.
Yeah, you are.
Jesus Christ, if you got tattoos, holy crap. If you could pick me up and body slam me through the table.
I'll give it a shot.
We'll save that for another day, but we could do that. I'd let you do me through a white table or something. But Jesus. And not this week, because I got a big week. This is my big dance competition.
I hear.
So I can't have a back injury. I won't be able to tap dance. So, yeah, pretty much probably the biggest guy anybody's ever seen on tap shoes. But yeah, you talk about the tracks and, all the divisions and with what happened over at those 3 tracks this year, a lot of the same competitors. So, you get to make new friends.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, I've had a lot of help along the way. And my man, Gage Osborne, there's been races where my wrists have not wanted to work with me. And I'm going, I need just a break here. And I'd be like, where's Gage? I page him over the speaker, and he'll be up there flagging with me. And I'll tell you, the kid's done a great job. And we have a lot of fun together. We really do. Bunch of laughs, and it's a great time. And
you know, we all talk about these kids that grow up in the sport, and they all want to be, you know, the next, you know, Dale Earnhardt, or Jeff Gordon, or you know, Mike Ordway, or whoever, or Albie Olvet, you know?
Right.
But we all go to any racetrack, and you'll find that kid somewhere sitting around the flag stand area that's doing the flags and imitating the flagmen and running his own race. You know what I mean?
I bring him up.
Oh no, it's absolutely. I've seen it. You know, I never know who's this one, because at Oktoberfest there was somebody up there, and I'm like, well, Steve and Gage must be taking a break now. We got a 7-year-old doing
absolutely.
it. You know? but
it's about getting the kids involved in the sport,
and
if you get more kids involved in this sport, it's just going to grow. And I say it to everybody: if we don't get these young kids involved, racing's going to die. And I don't want that to happen.
And like I said, they all want to be a racer, but to have somebody like Gage come in and just want to be a part of it and flagging, you know, and just it's a big deal. And
it is.
You know, those 3 tracks that you're at, you've made the owners and the promoters' jobs so much easier, because you're the guy that's really involved in every aspect of the night.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Bring it on, and you know, I more the better. You know, I enjoy it. And there's weeks where it gets tough though. You know, where you're beat from work, you're all beat up, and you're like, ugh. But you know, as soon as I get to the racetrack, that smile comes on my face, and it's go time, and I'm ready for it.
Now, what's been, you know, and I know you have to be impartial, but what's what makes a perfect race for you? You know.
What makes a perfect race for me? Ooh, you're picking my brain here, Steve. Perfect race for me is just, hey, guys racing clean, and you know, and respect, and that's what it's all about. Is clean race, respect, and I'll tell you though, I got a lot of respect from a lot of my drivers. If they take somebody out, I'll stop and go, hey, what happened? You got to go tail. And before they used to give me a hard time, but I always try to kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
And they usually go, Steve, I know, I got to go tail. So but to have a perfect race, it's just, you know, if you see respect out there, that's what it's all about. You know, guys not dumping each other, and just a clean race. And, you know, I don't mind the bumping. I'm someone that likes a little bit of the bumping.
Short track racing.
You know, racing is for entertainment. We're putting on a show. It's entertainment for the fans, I believe. And
well, you're absolutely right, and I say it all the time. You know, they get mad at you. They get mad at the promoter of that. Listen, you ain't holding the wheel. They ain't pressing the gas.
That's right.
It's out to those competitors.
Absolutely, it is.
You know, and what bugs me is when a guy's not having a good day. You know it. You know what? You're running around in 10. There's 10 to go. This is all we got.
Yeah.
How important is ninth? Is ninth important enough to spin a guy?
I see it all the time. Usually it is, and it's not important. But you're like, oh, come on, man, why now?
Now, how much power do you have in a flag stand?
How much power do I have? Well, I got a race director behind me, but you know, I always blame upstairs. Oh, it's them upstairs. But sometimes, you know, I got to make the call, and you know, you got to be biased. You can't have any favorites. I don't have any favorites. They're all my favorites. I'm a fan of each and every one of my drivers that are out there, and you can't have favorites, and you got to make the right call. And you know, some people get mad. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do this. Well, you know what? We're looking at it live, and we got to make a call. And sometimes it's not easy. You know, what you thought you see might not happen, and the video might be different. But it's you got to go with you got to go with what's in your heart and what you think you saw, and that's just the way it goes.
All right, I'm going to take you through a scenario, and you tell me what goes through your mind.
Oh boy.
Race is going on. We got 5 laps to go.
5 to go.
Somebody's going to win their first race, right?
Oh, I get excited for that.
Right? Guy's going to win his first ever race, and then let's say it's a guy that's raced for 15 years, going to win that first ever race. 5 to go, right? Then some driver, and we'll call him Dick. It's 2 laps down, spins out, and sits there and brings out a caution. You have to throw the caution, right? You're sitting in a spot.
Well, I'll give him the come on, let's go. Don't ruin this.
Yep.
Let's not ruin this.
Dick
let's
doesn't
not ruin
go
it
until you throw the yellow, and then all of a sudden Dick starts, right?
Oh.
What goes through Steve's head at that point right now? Now we got 3 to go. Now the guy that had a straightaway lead now has the 3 top competitors on his bumper.
I'll tell you,
and he ain't holding them off. All right. What goes through your mind? What do you want to go say to Dick at that point?
I want to say, dude, what are you? Well, I will stop him, and I have stopped him. And go, what are you doing? Do you know you just ruined a good race for somebody? And you know you got to let them know what they did wrong. Some of these guys think it's all about them out there. You're a group. You're racing as a group. You know, so it's I'll stop him and tell him, hey, you can't be doing that. You know, it's you're ruining a good race here, and. A lot of the guys, they'll take it back to the pits, and then afterwards they'll come up, yeah, you had a point, and that's just the way that goes.
So the moral of the story from Steve and Steve is don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
But literally, that stuff just irritates me. And, they stop the races, and and that's when I say it's out of your control. It's out of the promoter's control.
And I just keep waving my flag on, going, come on, let's go.
No, you're right.
And hopefully they see me. And sometimes I get them going, but sometimes they got to be a dick.
Yep, you're right. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk about somebody other than Dick. And but, man, this guy's fun-loving. He got a lot of energy. We got to get him flagging something.
Let's go.
We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
You don't have to wait until the end of camping season to get your best price. Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We're starting our end of season sale now. We have over 300 campers in stock and every unit is on sale, even the 2020s. Up to $16,000 off travel trailers, up to $30,000 off fifth wheels and motorhomes, up to $40,000 off toy haulers. Ask about our bi-weekly payment program to save you even more money. Financing available, trades welcome.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Our family has been in business since 1972. I'm Johnny Wolf. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. 21st Century Motors now offers low-rate credit union financing and first-time buyer programs. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $49.90. Quality vehicles and guaranteed repairs. Come see why more than 50% of our business is repeat or referral. Visit us today on Route 25 in Gorham, Maine, or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
From our family to your family.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scott's Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scott's Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scottsrecreation.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. I'm here with Steve Brand, and I'm going to slow things down a little bit.
Absolutely.
And back things up. And
slow it down.
Before I get beat up. Where did it come from? Where did your desire come to get to the flag stand?
I would say it was about 16, 17 years old. My friends started going to the racetrack, and boy, I just fell in love with it. And I used to get to watch Bob Monroe as a flagman. And something told me, I want to be there. I had it in my mind I wanted to be there, and I just kept pushing. And actually, Mike Walker got me involved. I used to work selling batteries, and I went to Mike Walker's garage, and he said, Steve, you want to be an official? Want to help out at the track? So I used to line the cars up on the backstretch, and then for a few years I stepped away from it. And I know Bob Monroe retired, and they had Randy Christian on the flag stand at Hudson. And finally, one day, I just sent Bob an email, and I said, Bob, I want to be on the flag stand. I want to give it a shot. I've never done it before. I want to give it a shot. I think I'll add a little bit of spunk. I can remember exactly what I said in it. And he said, Steve, come on down. And it just started from there. And Bob Weber Sr. was the guy that made it happen for me.
Really?
Yes, he did. And every time that I go green, right before I go green, I always give the point to the sky in the memory of the guy that made it happen for me. And Big Bob's got a big place in my heart. And
no, that's cool.
He's truly missed by me, I can tell you that.
No, that's awesome. And, and like you said, it isn't about, you're not the guy winning races, but you know what? You're getting to, to be play that important role is you're going over to a guy that's won his first ever race, or
I love
just
that.
clinched a championship, or just, the place is packed and just put on a whale of a drive from the back to the front, and you get to hand him the flag, and that's a big deal.
It is, and I'm the first one on the scene. I show up, and you get to see the excitement inside the car, and the guy's excited, and he can't wait to get out, and it's a cool moment. You just get caught up in it with them, and you get excited for people like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got me jacked up enough that I want to lose weight and go race and try to win a race. So
let's go.
It just seems like it's too much work. I just think I'll just continue to buy my flags off Sunoco and build my own trophies. And when people come and go, "Oh, did you do this weekend?" I won. They don't know. They weren't there. Prove to me that I didn't.
Yeah.
But no, it is a big deal, and it's kind of similar to with us at Mainely Awards, getting to be involved and scrolling through and seeing the posters of the pictures of the trophies that we're involved in. And so you get to play such a big role in that weekend's racing without really affecting any of it. You're not the race director that made a call that some aunt that wasn't even there that lives 4 states over saw it on social media, and now she's all coming unglued. Can't even understand it because she's 6 tequilas deep and smoked a pack of butts, but you know what I mean? So it's like there's just so much that you get to be a part of, and for the average fan, because when I go to a track, I'm a fan, no matter what. To watch you and how animated you are and pointing to the sky and twisting the flags and all that stuff.
Putting on a show. You got to put on a show. In order, you got to have the fans, and if you put on a good show and everyone takes it serious, you're going to put on the best product out there. And we are in the entertainment business.
No, absolutely. Now, how do you do the flag twist? And
I got those flips going. Got to get them going. Before I was basic, and then I said I just want to bring a little more to it and bring my energy to it, because I don't know what it is. That racing fuel or something gives me that energy.
Now, do you thank your parents for the fact that they put you in baton classes at 5 and 6?
Never happened. I think it's from carrying a 100-pound concrete foundation on my shoulder all day, every day.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. But you do. You add so much to the program, and I know those 3 tracks are so fortunate because, that's a guy that if they screw up or they look bored and they look, and like you said, the impartiality, you want to be friends with all of them. And
that's right. I am friends with all of them.
We got a question from the audience.
You should talk about how much you help out besides just on the flag stand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now Caitlin, who's running Mainely Motorsports, so now it's we're a division of Caitlin Osborne Racing Videos, but you've been seen, when you're not in the flag stand, doing some other stuff and
I'll jump out and I'll announce. John Espinette up at Hudson, he can't get down to the flags, to the track, and I'll jump down with the microphone and tell him, hey, tell us about your run, bud, and jump out there and do that. And,
now, how about behind the wheel? You ever been behind the wheel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got to thank Leon for this one. He's put me out there in cars, and I just ran the 123 lap over at Hudson, and I get out there and wheel it. And next year I got some plans to get out there, get my own car next year.
So what's the plan? So are we coming off the flag stand?
No.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm making sure.
I mean,
so
I'll step aside a little bit for my buddy.
Plans?
What's the plan is get myself my own race car and enduro car. Just go out there and have fun.
So what do we got to do to get it? What's got to happen?
What's got to happen is I got to find the car. Well, I got to keep working, save a little bit more money, and we'll be out there this year. We'll have myself my own enduro.
So Leon's
car.
involved?
Leon's involved. Yes, he's helped me get a car out there every week, and I got to thank him. And Harry Seavey, thank you guys. He tows my car down, and if it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't be able to.
So we got to make this happen because I want to be involved. That's
what I'm talking. We want the Mainly Motorsports, sponsorship.
Well, we'll help out because I want to. When this guy has a bad day and he power slams somebody that turned him around, because they were a dick, and Steve didn't want to race with Dick anymore, and I want to be involved. But no, you can't do that. That. It's like having talking to my brother about going to race a style. We got to be professional. We got to be all that. But
that's right.
No, that's awesome. So giving you a chance to feel the thrill that they all feel.
I love it. I love it. I love every part of just being involved. From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't get burnt out, and I'm actually sad. I'm going on a suicide watch here because it's the end of the season. That's a joke. That's a joke.
No, I know.
But it is depressing without racing in my life.
So you're still going to do all 3 tracks next year. You're not cutting back.
That's my plan, is to do all 3
and then
tracks.
try to find some enduros.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got the one up in Christmas, right after Christmas up at Oxford, right? You're going to be up there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Leon's going to have a car? Come
Actually,
on, Leon.
no.
What do you mean? What?
No, time out.
Oh,
time out.
Jesus,
Well, not at Oxford. It's the other race. I always forget the name. Help me, Caitlin. Riverside Speedway.
The Winter Blast.
The Winter Blast. I am going to be passenger with my man, Gage Osborne, and he's going to be driving for the first time out there in the car, and I'm just going to be the passenger. What an adrenaline rush that's going to be. I keep telling him, don't crash out, because I don't want to get cold.
So let's, and this is a minivan, and Caitlin will be in the back directing. Is that what we're getting at?
Oh, yes. Caitlin's in charge of it all.
In charge of it all. But no, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. But no, it's, you add so much to all those programs. And I know the Wrens, Brzezowski, Weber, how much they appreciate you. Because, yeah, to have that. One thing, you said it, you forget it, and that's the flagman Steve, you know?
That's right. And I appreciate everything though that all 3 tracks do for me and allow me to go out there and have fun. And I appreciate them having me as their flagman, and I enjoy it. And hopefully next year we're back on the stand.
Back on the stand. So we're going to take a break. We're going to bring Gage on and see if he can stand up and back himself up for everything that his mom and Steve have talked about him. So we'll take a break and be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good. It's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's coworker owners who understand the importance of protecting a valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and now we're here with the third Amigo. And after listening to Mom and Steve, do you ever get a chance to talk on the car rides when you guys are going to a race?
I'm usually on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Good thing cell phones, huh? Because they both love, and what's good, you can feel the passion that they both have in what they're doing, whether it's flagging or videoing. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that's instilled in you now.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're 14 years old. You don't look it, and that's everybody says it about you. You're a fine-looking, strong young man that probably going to get in a wrestling ring with Steve at some point. That'll be something at one of these races. Sounds like something Ben Brzezowski will put together over there. The 2 flagmen in a cage of death match or something. But flagging races at 14, really taking control of an event. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed flagging and being around the racetrack, growing around it. My grandfather's friends, they got me a flag set when I was younger, and I've waved them around.
So you were the kid behind the flag stand with your little flags while all the other kids were doing whatever and running on the playground and running, and you were flagging the races and calling the shots, and you know, it's got to a point now where you actually are on the flag stand. Thanks to who, Mom?
Yeah.
Did Mom make it happen?
Yep.
She go over and pull at Steve's leg and.
Yeah.
Is that how it really?
I was too scared to ask.
Were you? You were too scared to ask?
Yep.
You heard him. Anybody can go flag, you know. I mean, I could probably, he'd probably let me go up there, but I'm not climbing up there. You know, it's just unless they want to get me one of them elevators or a chair or something. But you know, what was it like the first time? So now you've got the flags in your hand. You're going to tell them when to go, and what was it like the first time?
It was. I was pretty nervous. Not gonna lie. I was afraid of losing a flag because I've never held like a real flag set like that. I usually just had a little homemade set. But I loved it. As soon as I did my first lap, I loved it. I fell in love with it.
Yeah. And now you don't look scared up there. You know what I mean? And I really, when it really hit me, because I'd seen you up there doing some stuff and doing practices, and a lot of tracks have what they call the assistant flagmen, and we give them the junk classes, so if they screw up, some junk cars get wrecked, and oh well. But Oktoberfest was when it really hit me how good you are, because it didn't matter. You guys were in a rotation. And it wasn't set up like, oh, we'll give him pure stock, 6-shooters, enduros. I mean, it didn't matter what it was. If it was you were on the flag stand, it was your class. And that's when I really started paying attention and admiring what you were doing up there.
It was fun, honestly. I loved the 100-lap late model sportsman race. That was probably my favorite race.
Yeah.
I flagged all year.
You know, it's a big deal. Same thing, I want to ask you. When you leave the flag stand and you get to, you know, you ain't going down, because I can already see it in your personality. If you have to tell somebody did something wrong, it's probably like, you know, you probably should have, you know, I really wish you hadn't done that. And my mom's going to come talk to you later, right? Because you don't have the Steve personality that, good thing the guy's buckled in the car and Steve can't pull him out and like shake him, some sense into him and stuff him back in his seat and point at him and tell him, you ever do that again, right? So how do you handle those situations when you have to make those calls or something, you know?
It's kind of stressful for me since how young I am, and sometimes people don't take me as serious. So it's usually their call, the race director.
Yep.
But usually when Steve is on with me, which he mostly is all the time, he usually just goes down there and talks to the
Takes
drivers.
care of
like
it.
he usually is. Yeah.
But are you waiting for that first time when you can really tell a guy that like you're not happy with him and he's going to the tail, and if you don't like it, he can go pick his mother, his grandmother, and anybody else he brought and take them home?
He'll probably make me next year.
Next year?
I've gotten some really mad sometimes.
You've gotten
this year.
mad? Yeah, because you got to. You know what I mean? You want the race to go off. And first and foremost, the reason you're a flag man, because at some point in your life, you were a race fan. You still are, but that's what brought you to the race. You didn't just because you're going to be a flag man. You didn't say, well, my job on Fridays, Monday through Fridays, is I hold the stop and go sign, so I think maybe I can go to Lee and get a job. No, you had to be a race fan, you know? So yeah, so you want to see good racing and you want to see quality racing, but what goes through your mind when you know somebody just won their first race and you get to give them the flag?
Oh, it's pretty special to me. They usually give me a smile, usually shake their hands. Sometimes they even get a hug. Especially Chris Foltz. Even when he gets a top 3 or something, he'll always hug all of us down there, and I love it.
Did you get a hug after the ladies enduro win at Hudson? Did you get a hug that day?
No. There was too many people come over to her, and I didn't have a chance.
So the flag man was forgotten,
Yep.
right? Like, literally forgotten.
Yep.
But how cool was that? Mom's coming off 4, you're getting to wave the flag. Was it business as usual, or did anything? And we can say this, and I know all little boys want to make everybody think that they really, mom's not mom, mom's not a girl, mom's not. But what went through your mind when mom's coming and she's going to win that race, and you're the one that gets to give her the checkered
I
flag?
was so excited. Me and Steve were just laughing.
Well, he probably looked like he needed a cheerleading outfit, or he was probably hopping around like a little cheerleader out of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Which, you ever seen that movie?
Nope.
I think you're old enough to see it now. How old are you?
14.
Yeah, you're old enough. Tell your mom, rent it. I just gave you permission. But literally, yeah, those are the moments that we take for granted. Like somebody not knowing, like, oh, the flagman waved the flag and some chick won a race. They don't realize how special that moment was, you know, to her and you, you know?
Yeah. It was quite amazing.
Now,
and I knew she was going to win that. That car is very fast.
Oh, well, you know, she had to do everything right, though. You got to give her a little credit. How about what did the driver do? Did the driver get it done? I mean, you got to give her some credit.
I was kind of surprised,
You know?
honestly.
Now, thinking of you, It just came to me. I have flagged a race. I wish I'd have brought this up with Steve.
Oh, you have?
I'm going to save it. I'm going to bring Steve back in to close the show with me because I got to tell him about me flagging a race. It was pretty good, pretty big deal. You know, maybe not to you guys around the local short tracks of, you know, Maine and New Hampshire and stuff, but pretty big deal to me. We'll talk about it. I'll bring Steve back. We'll close the show on it. But now, so what's your future? What do you, I mean, do you always want to be Steve's partner, or do you, eventually you're going to be your own guy and find your own gig, and is this where you want to be in racing, or do you want to race?
Next year I was planning on racing at Pier Stock at Hudson, most likely happen, and just like Steve said, and while you were talking to him, I'm going to race the race at Riverside, which I'm very excited for.
So you're going to drive?
Yeah.
Have you ever driven before?
Not like a real race, but I've driven around Hudson before. My mom's wagon.
You ever hit anything before?
Nope.
So you look excited for the first time of hitting something?
Mm-hmm.
Just hit it with the passenger side. Don't hit it with the driver's side. So we'll take a break, come back with Gage a little bit. I want to show a little highlights of Seekonk. I got to bring Steven. I got to tell him about when I flagged. I forgot all about it. You know, this stuff I get to do, I forget about some of this stuff. But we'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
We know Maine is hard on cars, so when your ignition won't turn or you lose your key, that just adds insult to injury. Why tow it? E-Keys for Cars technicians will solve your problem in your dooryard or at the mall and get you back on the road. AAA member? You should be. Your AAA locksmith coverage comes right off the bill. E-Keys for Cars, Maine's fast, affordable solution to your car key and lock problems. On the Auto Mile, Route 1, Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Our family has been in business since 1972. I'm Johnny Wolf. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. 21st Century Motors now offers low-rate credit union financing and first-time buyer programs. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $49.90. Quality vehicles and guaranteed repairs. Come see why more than 50% of our business is repeat or referral. Visit us today on Route 25 in Gorham, Maine, or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
From our family to your family.
Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road Wiscasset, is celebrating 50 years as the fastest track in the state of Maine. Join us for great events all season long, like the Coastal 200 and the Boss Hog 150, plus visits from NEMA, the 350, Smack Supermods, Nell Car Legends, and more. For complete details, go to WiscassetSpeedway.com or find us and like us on Facebook. Wiscasset Speedway, celebrating 50 years as Maine's biggest and fastest.
You don't have to wait until the end of camping season to get your best price. Hi, I'm Scott from Scotch Recreation. We're starting our end of season sale now. We have over 300 campers in stock and every unit is on sale, even the 2020s. Up to $16,000 off travel trailers, up to $30,000 off fifth wheels and motorhomes, up to $40,000 off toy haulers. Ask about our bi-weekly payment program to save you even more money. Financing available, trades welcome.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations. Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Well, welcome back. We're here with 14-year-old Gage, too young for girls, but now that he's gotten written permission from Mainly Motorsports to go watch Fast Times at Ridgemont Highs, things are going to change. Okay, but pretty exciting, pretty big deal, and exciting to have you on the show. And like I said, it hit me at Oktoberfest, and I'd seen you do your stuff. And I will tell you, all year long, I kept looking at you when you were going and spelling Steve for some different things and all that. And I'm like, somebody's got to get that boy a uniform. He deserves a uniform. So I was so excited the first time when I saw you getting to wear the NASCAR stuff and all that. So finally, it got recognized that what you were putting in and the efforts you were putting in, and you were a very important part of the show at all 3 of those tracks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No,
and especially being on the show.
No, and you keep doing what you're doing because it takes all kinds to put these events on. Now, you went to Seekonk with them, and Mom didn't have the thing up in front of her face the whole time. So
surprisingly.
You got to spend some time with Mom and being a race fan. And before we go and show the Seekonk highlights, I want to talk about what happened to you at the Howler.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you've been collecting these matchboxes for how long?
Since I was like 3.
3 years old.
Yeah.
Collecting matchboxes, painting them all up, making them the colors and whatever. And somehow, and we're going to all go on the assumption that somebody innocent picked up something that they didn't know what it was, is you had 3 bags of them, right?
Yeah.
How many were in there?
Like 250.
250 matchboxes you've been collecting since you were 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All showed up missing.
Yeah.
Once again, we all know what the racing community is and how they come to, you guys are leaving here today and you're going to Star Speedway.
Yeah.
Probably picking up more than what you lost.
Probably.
I went walking around Lee yesterday, flea market, brought you a bag of them today, and so it's pretty cool that the collection, and I know it's going to take you a while to get them to all look the way you want them to look, but it's pretty cool that everybody stepped up, and you're going to end up with more matchboxes than you probably had, and hopefully, we still hope that some little kid lugged 3 bags home and sitting in some corner somewhere because the mother ain't cleaned the house in 3 weeks. Maybe it's time we get up and clean the house there, ladies. Or men, in some cases, I know there are the men that do the cleaning, and find this boy's matchboxes, okay? So somebody knows where they are, or, and some little innocent kid didn't know what he was doing, so then maybe he'll have 500 matchboxes with everything everybody's gave him. We got some Seekonk highlights, and we're going to come back and close the show with Steve, because I want to see Steve when I show him about when I flagged the race.
In that orange, hey, great, we got big trouble over 1 and 2, we got 1 car. And on here the front set, 76 right off the win in the chain race.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your main returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
So I'm back here with Super Flagman, but I had forgotten all about it. I did flag a race once.
You did?
It really wasn't an official race, okay? It was the start of round 2 of knockout qualifying at Charlotte.
Really?
On the flag stand.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That counts.
That was pretty cool to stand up there. And so I understand the adrenaline rush you and Gage have. And, you know, when you're standing there and you get to start it. And that was what I felt that day, because that nobody pulled off pit road at Charlotte until the flagman through the green flag.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I have done it. I didn't get to hand anybody a checkered flag, but yeah, so to stand up there and what you guys do, I absolutely get it. And but I just wanted you to know, and I get to tell now from one-time flagman to a guy that flagged 80 races.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's probably more than that, but pretty close to 80, I would say. But I am giving you, and I'm saying it right here, an open invitation. You ever want to flag a race? I'm saying it now. Come on down. We'll make that happen. We'll make it official for them.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm all giddy now because, like, literally, yeah. I've announced a little bit over the years, and I think, all the announcers you guys have at all those tracks are amazing.
Yes, they are.
So, yeah, I've had the opportunity to drive a pace car, but I refused that, but I can't remember why. I think it was because I felt like I'd screw up. But I would love to, and I will take, the other thing that I did on a flag stand, not quite as big a deal as what, but that's where I got engaged. That's how I asked.
Oh.
Yeah, with Debbie at Wiscasset.
There you go.
How I got her up there was because that's her.
That's
she
a tough
loves
flag stand to get up to. I flagged a race over at Wiscasset.
Yeah, and it's and she made me get down on one knee. She was standing up there, I tried to stand so it looked like I was low like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
She made me come all the way to the top and get on one knee.
Oh.
With shorts on, yeah.
And I know how that flag stand is. It feels like you're out there on a diving board.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been on a flag stand a couple times, a couple of big deals, but not like what you get to do. But no, man, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's been fun this week with you guys.
Absolutely.
And keep that young man doing what he's doing because he does a great job. To believe he's only 14 and he has control of the race, and there's a lot of his mom in him. You could see where she's done a great job and instilling all the right qualities in him. So really, really good. Really glad I got to know you guys. You guys are a big part of it, and you guys, when you see these guys walking around the Augusta show this year, make sure you stop and thank Caitlin for all the extra highlights she got to see this year because of her, and these two for all they do in the flag stand.
I can't thank those two enough. Caitlin, she'll make sure if I'm cramping out and I need water, she takes care of me. And if I need a break on the flag stand, I got Gage up there. And it couldn't be done. I could not do 3 tracks without these guys. I'm telling you right now.
The New Hampshire. I gotta come up with a name for you guys. We'll come up with something. My mind's working. But hope you all enjoyed this week's episode. I've had a ball with these 3, and 3 big parts of New Hampshire short track racing, especially at Hudson, Lee, and Star. So we'll see you next time right here on Mainly Motorsports. Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling, to Mainly Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.